Command Center Postgame Live is brought to you by Nissan. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today.
Welcome in, Commanders family, to Command Center Postgame Live, presented by Nissan. Your final score, 41-24. The Commanders get the big W over the Las Vegas Raiders. 41. My guys. Boy, this was a beautiful game for us. Brian Cooper Jr. here with Super Bowl champion and future Hall of Famer Brian Mitchell, Mr. 8 to the 9, Santana Moss. Fellas, I don't even got to ask y'all if y'all feeling good. Because after our squad put up 41 points with a backup quarterback, how could you not feel good?
Man, we feel great. The thing about it, I talked about the big guys early on, and if you look at this offense, the efficiency of it, you look at the defense, how they were getting to the quarterback, they made things happen. Big guys did. Then special teams, they were special.
Yes.
All right, Jaylen Lane, good job, baby. Keep going with it, brother. Luke got in the end zone.
Hey, I love that.
3 weeks in a row, you see the special teams be dynamic. I think one of the things that I wanted to see early out of the game was energy. They matched what I wanted to see from them. I talked about McNichols early in the game. I know I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm
He's a good dude, brother.
Because people fail to realize it's hard to win in this league. So when you get a victory, you have to feel the way we're feeling right now.
Oh, yeah.
And we are feeling good. Now, we are going to be hearing from head coach Dan Quinn. We'll be hearing from players as well later on.
Is Coach going to talk? He might be injured.
Hey, oh, my gosh.
Does Coach have a concussion?
Boy, that looked great. Coach shook that off, didn't he?
Ooh,
Coach shook that right off. I feel like it galvanized the guys.
He's tough as nails, man.
He is tough as nails, and so is this squad. Again, we are going to be talking about this game a lot. We're going to be hearing from head coach Dan Quinn and players. But first, fellas, we got to show love to Marcus Mariota.
Hell yeah.
As a backup, came in prepared. Fellas, that 2-yard touchdown for our guy. Using them legs. How happy were you to see that?
Listen, man, last year he did nothing but produce. And I was a little concerned because he had played a lot, practiced a lot. But it proves to you what veteran players can do. Veteran players know how to play this game. See, the NFL and everybody want to talk about how old somebody is. Get over yourselves. Older players play smarter. They don't have to move as fast. They move slow because they know what the hell is going on. If you watch Marcus, ball hits his hand, boom, he delivers it. Ball hits his hand, he delivers it. Those players understand what's going on, so they don't have to go out there and be running full flat. They can run 4-7 and still have a great productive game.
Mariota's he's in a great situation right now. I think when you look at it, he looks like a guy that's seen everything before.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's playing with that kind of I guess you could say confidence, and then just know all that. Look, man, I don't have to go out here and force anything. Let me do what I have and make sure the guys who can make the plays for me get the ball in their hands. I love it, man. I had confidence coming into the game, but until he took the first couple of snaps, I wanted him to make me a believer, and he did just that.
In pregame, we talked about why did he come back here. You see why. When he gets his opportunity, he understands, I'm in a system that I know. I'm in a system. I can just go be me. And you don't have to try to be spectacular. He could just be who he is, and he was exactly that today. Marcus Mariota, thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcus Mariota. We are so grateful. Actually, we decided to make Marcus Mariota our toast of the town. This is your toast of the town. Presented by what, B. Mitch?
La Semaine Dura.
Champagne and Branson Cognac, the official champagne and cognac of the Washington Commanders. And Marcus Mariota got it done in a myriad of ways. 207 yards and a touchdown on 15 completions, 21 attempts. And, fellas, he got it done with his legs. 6 rushes for 40 yards and a touchdown. Now, Tan, I'm going to go to you. Because as we're watching this game, because we're fans, right? Yes, we do this as a job, but we're fans as well. And we're just watching how smooth this offense was able to move with a backup quarterback. You talked about it a little bit to start the show. Man, how tough is that to get everybody on one accord when you're playing with a backup quarterback that you not know was playing until a couple days ago?
Well, not only that, I was trying not to get ahead of myself throughout the week when everybody was like, oh, we have no problem. We have Mariota. We haven't seen him in the preseason. You've barely seen this guy take any reps, but that just goes to show you how sure the coaching staff is about him. Because whatever they see through those meetings, through those practices, they understand that we have a guy that we can always put up. He's in that batter's box, knowing that we can put him in the game. And that's what I love about him. I think that's what gives us the confidence, like I said before, coming to this game, knowing that this guy can get the job done no matter how many plays he played thus far this year.
And he definitely got the job done. Fellas, one thing that stood out to me with Marcus Mariota, Bemis kind of said it, got that ball out of there.
Oh, quickly.
1 sack today.
Yeah.
I think we've had 3 or more in the past 2 games, man. How happy were you to see the offensive line play? Because, boy, you said it. It's all about the trenches.
It's all about the big guys. It's all about that guy, those guys that smell like bacon. You know, and I was watching Connolly intently today. Connolly played a damn good game. You know, one time Crosby beat him, he held it.
Yeah.
He said, hell, I'm not letting you hit my quarterback.
Exactly.
So let's be real. That young man is going to learn how to do this game.
Yeah.
He is very, very talented. He's going to grow week in and week out. Yeah. But you saw last week when he played against Micah Parsons. Micah gets everybody like that. Mm-hmm. Crosby normally gets people. Didn't get him today because he got better.
Yep.
And that's what you do. When you're a competitor, you get beat only so long. And once you get tired of it, you figure out a way. He did it today.
Definitely did it today. Marcus Mariota completing 7 passes to different receivers. 7 different receivers caught a pass today. We've talked about how difficult that is. Let's look at our receivers because we mentioned in pregame, this could possibly be the Terry McLaurin coming out party. Yeah. And not as many receptions, however. He got those yards. 3 catches for 74 yards, 4 targets, and that long 56-yard bomb. Fellas, we've been waiting for Terry to get comfortable. We know it was going to take time. Tanner, what you saw from Terry out there, man, how optimistic are you for the future?
This is like preseason game number 3 for him. Yes. You know what I mean? This is the game I wanted to see. I wanted to see him get his legs back underneath him. You know, I can even see when he caught that pass that he didn't have that extra gear yet, but it's coming. But to be expected. But I love the fact that they got the ball to him early and often and just got him in the flow of things. And it takes a veteran like Mariota to know, like, look, let me get this guy the ball going because he's going to be the guy that I'm going to lean on if I need to.
Tanner, when you look at that moment right there, when you're that close to getting that, Terry wanted that touchdown so bad. I don't know if I've ever seen him stretch that long. Bro, what does that feel like as a receiver?
I still think it was a touchdown.
It looked like one to me.
Because he was on the arm of the guy.
Fellas, real quick, I know I asked y'all a question, but we got Marcus Mariota at the podium. We're going to go to that right now and continue this discussion.
Good afternoon.
Give us your thoughts getting that start, and obviously with the way you guys played today, what's your thought?
Oh man, first and foremost, just thankful and grateful for just an unbelievable group of guys. Belief is so powerful, and those guys from Monday were just, hey, you got this. And I think that instilled confidence in me to just go out there and just kind of play my game. But it was cool to see kind of all 3 phases come together, and it's a great stepping stone for us as we move forward in the season.
And what would happen if you took out your head coach with your own?
I know, I felt so bad. I was trying to hold him up as much as I could, but he bounced up like a champ. So we were good. We were good.
Marcus, it was there was some mistakes early on in all phases. How did you guys kind of get tightened up and calm down and start to, move the ball pretty well?
Yeah, I think first of all, we just didn't blink. We understand kind of there's going to be ebbs and flows in the game, and regardless of how those go, we never want to ride the roller coaster. And our team does a great job of just staying kind of at that same level all game, and knew that if we just executed a little more cleanly, that we could score some points and get some stops and do some good things on special teams.
I'm not trying to up on this. Did you know that it was DQ and that he went down pretty hard?
I realized it as I was getting pushed, and I was trying my best to hold him up as I could. And like I said, he went into the training room and just got bandaged up and was like, all right, let's keep going. And I think that's what really kind of got the guys going in the second half.
Marcus, you got a lot of lineup changes, yourself included, but the 2 on the offensive line, what did that switch do for you guys in this game?
Well, I think they did a great job. It's never easy, especially to switch guys, especially up front in the course of a season. But I thought those guys came in, played well, and the way we were controlling line of scrimmage, running the football, it really opened up some things in the pass game in the second half. And it goes a lot of credit to those guys. Chris and Wiley, just vet guys that were ready to go, and we're truly grateful for them and grateful for that O-line room, because when you switch guys out like that, there can be some animosity, there can be some hurt feelings, but that group is very tight, and there was none of that throughout the course of the week, and guys just knew that, hey, I got a job to do, I got to do my best, and they kind of rallied together and put together a really good game.
Marcus, what did you see that worked on McNichols' long run, and how much does getting something like that set up the play action that went into the Terry connection?
That was, effort by him wholeheartedly. Like, he broke probably 6 tackles in the course of that run, and when you're able to run the football that way, that's why Terry gets a big play. That's why Luke at the end of the game gets a big play. So the more that we can kind of be versatile as an offense and create lanes in the run game, as well as allow our guys to make some plays in the pass game, I think we'll be hard to stop.
And their defense had stopped the run pretty well the first couple games. What do you think you're doing so well to have success like that?
Again, I think it just came down to mano y mano. I thought our guys did a great job up front of kind of executing their blocks. You could feel it even as the first couple drives are going. They were leaning on them, and it's just a credit to those guys up front.
What did you see on McNichols' touchdown run?
I really thought he got tackled like 4 times through the course of that, and then he popped out. And he's a dear friend of mine because we've been in a couple places together, and to see him have success, he's always been such a good player for us, and he does so much in the pass game, probably more than people even realize in terms of blocking. And for him to get an opportunity to make a few plays like he did today was really cool.
Marcus, you've now played extensively in 3 games, and in the 2 games where you've played in 4 quarters, you guys have scored 40 points. You played really well. Do you view yourself as just like a really ideal fit in this offense?
I love this system, and I really feel like I have a great connection with Cliff and Tavita and the rest of the offensive staff. And when we come down and we have these moments through the week, we're all just communicating on what we like, what we don't like. We understand that there's going to be moments where it's not going to work out the way that we anticipate, but we never blink. And it's such a great, healthy environment for all parties involved. And I've just really enjoyed my time here, and every opportunity I get, I just try to make the most of it.
Marcus, you talked about how happy you are for Jeremy, how thankful you are for your teammates. What about for you? You haven't had a start in 3 years, come out, get this performance. What does it feel like?
I just had fun, man. And I really just had to take a couple moments, even after the game. I'm just grateful to play the game. I love it. I love this team. I love being out there. And it's been such an interesting journey for me. And I would never trade it for anything in the world. Like, I think I'm here for a reason. I believe in it. I believe in God placing me here to be a part of this, and I trust it. And whether that's going to be something that's long-term or, something that just keeps going, I have no idea. But right now I'm just focused on enjoying this in the present moment and doing whatever my role is for this team, because I think we have a special group of guys.
Marcus, a couple of big returns on special teams. How does that help kind of energize your offense, especially early, a 69-yard return on the opening kickoff? How does that help you get started?
It creates momentum. And when you're able to kind of ride that momentum, especially into that first touchdown drive, it's huge. It's a great way to start the game. And then, our young receiver made an unbelievable play on that punt return, and really at a point in the game where it could have flipped either way, right? And he created just that momentum for us, and I think that's how we were able just to kind of get things rolling again and score a bunch of points. So when you're able to play a complete game like that in all 3 phases, it makes this team hard to stop. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
That was our quarterback, Marcus Mariota. Now, we will be hearing from head coach Dan Quinn at some point, so we will make sure we take that, even if I have to interrupt these lovely gentlemen right here.
Coach might be on the injury report.
Honestly, I'm interested to see if Coach come out with a little bit of tape. He's tough. He's just going to let the scar hang. But, fellas, before I interrupt you guys, we were talking about this wide receiver run. We gave Terry his love, but I'd be remiss if I do not mention our second-year guy, Luke McNichols. We've talked over and over again about getting to see that athletic ability, getting to see a guy that was able to play quarterback in college but then move to wide receiver. Today, 3 catches, 56 yards, and my man's finally got that touchdown. Man, how cool is it to see a guy in Luke McCaffrey, who we're all high on, be able to kind of break out today?
Go ahead, B.
Well, the thing about Luke has been open in a lot of games, and sometimes quarterbacks just don't have that read over there. Mm-hmm. A lot of people go, well, he's open. Well, the read may be only on the left side of the field. But Marcus was able to scan the field, find him wide open, and get him into the end zone. Also, I know he's going to be kicking himself on that kick return.
Just right there.
That old TM caught him. Turf monster. And if he doesn't get caught there, he could go maybe 15, 20 more, maybe get out of that thing. Yes. But you know what? I love the fact the young guys had a good day. Jaylen Lane and Luke.
Yeah.
Love it.
And Tanner, before I interrupt you, Luke, our guy Logan Paulson is standing by right now. But before we get to that, I did ask you about that play right there where you're just an inch away from that touch. I want to hear from Santana Moss, man. What is that like when you get that close? The arena's going crazy for you, and you haven't got to score yet.
Well, you know how it is. I think one of the things about why I'm so happy for Luke is because when you finally get in there, now you can put that behind you that you haven't gotten there. Sometimes you're fighting yourself or you're beating yourself up so bad trying to force it, and that's when it don't happen.
Yes.
Talking about the one with Terry. That's what he's talking about.
That one.
When Terry didn't get
you talking about the one with Terry?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my bad.
I'm talking about that one with Terry, the one we talking about earlier.
I forgot we was talking about Terry earlier. No, this one of those things, man. I think Terry going to look at it and say, look here, that's why this week he's going to probably put a couple more wind sprints in.
Yes.
It's all about your legs. I think Terry would have left that guy if he would have been more conditioned.
Now, Logan Paulson is on the sidelines waiting. But real quick, behind me, you see my girl Regina right here. She is at every game. It is her birthday. So y'all make sure y'all spam the comments. Give Regina some love. While y'all give Regina love, our guy Logan Paulson is standing by with our tight end, Zach Ertz. Take it away, Lo.
Zach, great to see the offense come to life today and really support Marcus. Can you talk about this week of prep and the result today?
I mean, obviously, a lot of success for offense. You put up 41 points. It's a good day. And it was a complete performance. It wasn't one-dimensional. I think we were almost 50-50 in yards. So it was great to see that. The run game get really established early. And obviously, that takes a lot of pressure out of the quarterback.
You talk about Jeremy McNichols with that big run, man. I did not know he had that in the bag.
Oh, man. I mean, we got a really good group of running backs. You know, it's a very diverse group in terms of talent level. They all kind of got their own unique skill set. And so, anyone can really have a big game, which is a benefit for us because you can't really scheme for one specific guy because they all do a bunch of different things really well.
Awesome, man. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks, Logan.
Commanders family. That was Logan Paulson and Zach Ertz. Now, it's time for your fast play of the game. Brought to you by the Maryland Lottery. Please play responsibly. And this was no other than our guy, Jeremy McNichols. Now, Tanner called it before the game. He had a few running backs to choose from. He chose McNichols, and look at this major play. Looking like a prime Brian Mitchell.
Yeah.
The guy broke out right there. McNichols went crazy. A 60-yard gain.
9 years in the league, baby.
9 years in the league, and all you need sometimes is an opportunity.
Yep.
And that's exactly what he had today, fellas. We saw him make the most of it last year. How great was it to see Jeremy McNichols?
Yeah, it was great to see it. They tell a running back, never stop your legs from moving, never stop the feet from pumping. He kept pumping, and all of a sudden they kicked him out, and he showed he had speed.
Yeah.
I talked about him earlier in the game where when he's in the game, you don't know if he's going to pass the ball or run the ball. He can do both of them very, very effectively, and he's a good pass protector. Yeah. So watching those three guys today, all three of them played well. They're going to have people scratching their head going forward. Mm-hmm. I liked what this team showed today. It showed a lot. We have a lot of weapons on the side. And as Marcus was doing it today, Jaylen to be able to do it later, if the offensive line plays well, this offense is going to be a problem for a lot of people.
4 carries for 78 yards and a touchdown. That one we just saw was a bulk of that, but our rushing attack looked incredible. Marcus Mariota got it done on the road. But Chris Rodriguez, a guy we have talked about in nauseam because he gets cut, practice squad, comes back, a guy that truly is that next man up and is always ready. Chris Rodriguez looked like he might have to stay on this roster, V-Mitch.
Well, Chris Rodriguez said this year he came back, he wanted to be more effective. Mm-hmm. Coaches told him what he needs to do. Yeah. He lost weight. Yes. He got faster. He had a lot of over 20 miles per hour runs in practice.
Yeah.
This is what you do. This league is not about just what you think. It's about what you do.
Yeah.
They told him he had to get better. He went out and got better. I think now this league is going to take notice because that kid was able to run the ball, but he wasn't in the proper shape. Now he is. He's going to be a problem.
11 carries for 39 yards. That led us in carries. And if I'm not mistaken, C-Rod got the first carry. Yeah. Tanner, were you a little surprised by that? Again, a guy that's kind of gone on and up, but we know what he's capable of.
No, I think initially when we saw the whole trade with B-Rod, we thought C-Rod would get more attempts. The first 2 games, it wasn't that way. And then when Eckler goes down, the first thing we said was, okay, maybe McNichols, maybe Bill, we don't know. But C-Rod is another guy that he can be that switch hitter. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He can pass protect. He can run the ball. So I was a little surprised that he got the first carry, but I wasn't surprised that all those guys was efficient today and went out there and got the job done.
You know one thing I wasn't surprised about?
What's that?
The Commanders got the W, baby. Now we got to go to break. But, I guess it's no break. My producer lied to me. So, hey, listen, we still excited. What a great transition that was, too.
Adult Brian said that. Kid Brian didn't say that.
Kid Brian didn't say that. 41-24 is your final score. We are not going to break because we are awaiting our rookie wide receiver, Jaylen Lane. Boy, I texted you immediately, B-Mitch, when I saw him hit that little and get that touchdown return. And you know what? Jaylen Lane's at the podium right now.
Let's go, Jay.
From our rookie wide receiver, B-Mitch's little brother.
Oh, wait, you got two. That was less easy than your run. Give me what you saw as you took off down the field.
Man, first out, just glory to God. But it's really just my teammates, man. They, they've worked their tails off, blocking for me, speaking life into me. And, they give me all the confidence in the world back there. And all I told them, I just need one lane, and I'll make the rest happen. And that's what they did for me.
Last time you returned something for a touchdown?
Last season. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I was a little turned. I dropped it. I don't know who grabbed it for me, but they handed it to me on the sideline. So.
Well, it was a big. I mean, Marcus just talked about it. The spark that kind of thing provides when a team coming off of that last game, where it didn't go so well. All three phases today did it, and how cool is to be a part of that process?
Yeah, man. I think it's amazing. I think it just goes to kind of the standards we set. Just with our whole team, we believe in complementary football, especially on special teams, just setting up the offense to score. It started with Debo on a big return, and we just kind of fed off that energy and kept it going.
You winded after a run like that?
Nah, the adrenaline getting in the box, and I could run out and do it right again as soon as it's over. Yeah, you don't get winded after that.
Hi, Jaylen. How did it feel to see, young guys out there like yourself, but also Luke and Bill, sharing that scoring effect out there today? Yeah,
it's just big. It's a lot of excitement for everybody. Luke getting in the box for the first time. It's a blessing to be here and around the organization where it's like a family, a real brotherhood, and how everybody's cheering for everybody to, just be successful, and it means a lot.
Awesome. Thank you, Jaylen.
I appreciate y'all.
That was your rookie wide receiver, Jaylen Lane. And you know what? Since your Commanders won today, make sure you visit your local Paisanos tomorrow, where you'll receive 40% off all menu items. We talk about that post-game delivery. Who delivered? Oh, we know it was Jaylen Lane. He delivered a 90-yard punt return for a touchdown. Fellas, I don't know a better way to get your first career touchdown.
Hey man, this is unbelievable right here. Listen, he caught it, and instantly, that first step up the field, and you watch it, those guys slow down, but his guys didn't, and we know he can run. The guy runs 4.38. He went to it. I'm happy for him. Listen, keep going like that.
Yeah.
He had asked me a few weeks ago, he said, do you have any any pointers for me? I say, catch that ball, make that first step forward and go. You doing everything else right. Can't teach that. The kid goes out there, he works his ass off, and that's why he had that touchdown.
Jaylen Lane. Oh, go ahead, Tanner. Go ahead, bro.
No, I don't have much to say. What I was saying was every time he gets back there, it just looks like he have a chance to, do something big with it. So I'm just happy for him because once you do it like this, every time he's going to be thinking about housing that thing. And you know what that does? It also get those guys around him more intrigued and more umped and pumped to go out there and make sure they can make that key block for him.
He almost came out the end on another one right after this. Yeah. His next return, he almost came out there. So keep hitting it hard, brother. It's going to open up for you.
And a few drives later, he almost connected on a touchdown. He had him a little miscommunication, which will happen with a backup quarterback. But this is that explosiveness when we've talked about Jaylen Lane, why we have been so excited to see him get a chance. Tanner, when you're waiting to get it done in the passing game, right? Like he's gotten his opportunities, but hasn't really been able to break out. What is that do for your confidence as a player when you say, you know what, this is the talent I've been wanting to show you guys. I had a chance to display it.
I think it does a lot for him, as a whole. I think when you're playing both.
Fellas, I don't mean to interrupt you again. My bad. My producer got me all over the place.
Always
McNichols at the podium right now.
Always
I'm sorry, Tanner. It's every time I talk to you, brother.
I'm just playing with you.
Marcus talked about all he saw was just effort on your touchdown. Can you take us through what you saw, what you did?
Saw a big push from the O-line, tight ends. It was a great call by Cliff. And, I just seen a bunch of guys trying to tackle me and tried to make a play and, got to peek out of it and just go out there and finish. Saw green grass and just got to finish in the end zone.
And what is that? We'll never experience that. What is that feeling like, knowing that you've propelled your squad with that kind of run?
Oh, it's great. Just being able to make a play for the team and working all week and coming off a tough loss. And this is what we talked about right after that loss. We took some time away, and once we came back to work on Monday, we knew what needed to be done. We knew we needed to, some sparks in the room, and I think that's what happened today.
Jeremy, what was your view of Marcus barreling into DQ?
Oh man, I was out there, I was blocking, and then I seen a safety coming down, and I seen Marcus trying to get out of bounds, and I seen him run into DQ. But DQ, he a bad man. So that's how he lives. So that's how we live as well. We back him. So I'm glad he got up. I'm glad he's okay, and I think that really propelled us after that too.
And what does a run like yours? How does that set up play action that went to Terry later that opened things up, and how effective can that?
Yeah, I think
be?
The run game always is going to open up the pass game. So establishing that early and having success with that is going to open up the pass game downfield, and Terry was able to capitalize on that. Cool. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
On there?
Yeah, I wrote on that one.
That was Jeremy McNichols. My guy showed up and showed out when his number was called. Tanner had a feeling that McNichols might be doing his thing, and that's exactly what he did. Shout out to Jeremy McNichols, making the most of every opportunity. Now, we are waiting to hear from head coach Dan Quinn, but until then, fellas, we have more to talk about with this offense. When you look at our offensive line, right, I want to go back to that because we touched on it a little bit. Josh Conley Jr., B-Mitch, has been put to the test each and every week. This possibly was his hardest one against Max Crosby. You spoke on it a little bit in the beginning. Talk about how the rookie fared while you signed all these autographs for the best fans.
I think he fared well today. I think, the thing about it last week, listen, the best of the best take an L when they play Michael Parsons.
Yeah.
But he's played two of the absolute best in the history of this game back-to-back weeks. He passed the test today.
Yeah.
It's going to get a little better for him. But he can't get just happy and stop working. He has to keep getting better. He has great footwork. He's great. He's athletic. He just has to understand some of these dudes are grown men.
Yeah.
Okay? He's a grown man, but he's a young grown man. They have a little bit more experience than him. They know how to set people up and do different things. He has to learn how to watch film better. Ernest Bonner helped me out when I was in the league. He has to learn to what's their favorite move, what they do to try and set you up. And as he learned those things, it'll be a lot easier for him to block anybody. Yeah. I don't care how good they are. All you do is stay in between the guy and your quarterback, and that's a successful block. Too many young guys think they got to knock the guy on his butt.
Yeah.
No. If he don't hit your quarterback, successful block.
Yeah.
If he pushes you back, quarterback get the ball off, successful block. Don't worry about pancaking him. Just make sure he doesn't touch your guy.
Fellas, a successful game for our squad. I'm very, very grateful for Josh Conley Jr. Talk about getting that confidence up. This is one of those games where the rookie should be very, very proud of himself. Now, before we go to break, we will be talking about the defense later. However, we are awaiting Bobby Wagner at the podium. And talk about Bobby Wagner. We said Zach Ertz had the fountain of youth, but Bobby Wagner, oh my
goodness.
goodness.
Was killing people,
11 total tackles, 6 solo, 2 sacks, 2
tackles,
but lost, bro. Man, I was right here when he got that play on Geno. Man, it was a straight shot, and you would have thought that boy was in his 20s.
Yeah.
Because, good Lord, Bobby Wagner looked great. Tanner, man, how great is it to see guys come in here where you're not sure how much they got left in the tank.
Yeah.
But in these last 2 years, you see Bobby, you see Zachary. I ain't even going to let you answer this time because Bobby's at the podium right now. So I ain't even going to interrupt you this time. We're just going to send it to Bobby Wagner every time, Tanner. Let's hear from our linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Well, Bobby, after last week, you guys made a pointed effort of being better, and all three phases seemed to work today. You got help from everybody.
Yeah, I think it sucks to lose a game like that on a Thursday because then you have so much time to sit and think about it. But you go back to the drawing board. That's not the team that we want to be. That's not the team that we are, and you just try to correct those mistakes, be accountable of all the things that happen, and try not to make them happen again.
Your coach went down today.
Yeah,
your quarterback got him.
It's crazy.
But everybody keeps saying that he was kind of a positive, that he was like, let's go. Don't worry about it.
Man, I think it just represents who he is, to be honest. Like he talks about it all the time. Just his mentality, and it's literally like if you get knocked down, get back up and keep going. Like he literally did that. His nose is bleeding. Everything's just bleeding. Had a cut, and he stayed there, locked in, and got some treatment at halftime and came back out. So it was cool to see.
I don't want to make too much about that because y'all had to decide the game, but did that have an emotional lift for you guys at halftime, watching him get treatment to get back out there?
Yeah, I mean, whenever you see somebody, that leads the ship go down like that and then bounce back up, like everything that he preaches to us, we feel like we saw that in that moment. He got knocked down, got hit pretty hard. I mean, he ain't got no pads on, nothing. Came back up, and it was kind of like a movie. Like while he was getting treatment, we wasn't sure he was going to be able to come out. And so we're gathering everybody. I'm getting ready to speak. And then he comes out of nowhere and like, I got it. And, it was just such a cool moment. I remember that forever for sure.
What did he say to you guys when he came back out?
I don't know if I can repeat those words. Just nice, very colorful.
Bobby, the pass rush was great for you guys in this game. You had multiple guys, yourself and others, getting sacks and pressures throughout the game. What do you think kind of clicked for you in this one?
I think we just wanted to be aggressive. We understood that we have really good, talented players, and Coach Witt did a really good job of sending us and mixing up the coverages, and it was just a great game plan.
Bobby, do you think this defense is going to be one that has like a bunch of sacks from a bunch of, not one guy with 18 or whatever, but a bunch of pressures from a bunch of people?
I think we have the possibility to do that. I think we have, like I said, talented players across the board. We got guys that you have to respect. If you slant to one guy, that gives another guy one-on-one. And, I believe we are confident that that guy can win. And so I feel like we definitely can do that. What we did today, I think we could do that throughout the rest of the season.
Bobby, what about the defending Ashton Genty? How did you feel you guys did there?
I think we did good. We had a couple moments where he, kind of got through the line of scrimmage and had some good runs. But I think all in all, we were able to get really good hits on him, and we limited the yards after carry. I believe I haven't seen the thing fully, but it felt like they were at 2 yards for a while. I'm not sure what they ended up with, but I just think we just got to keep going, keep growing. I think towards the end of the game, we have to make sure we clean up some of those linky yards.
And I know a lot of the guys who are going out were in the secondary, and you're playing obviously front seven. But for you as a defensive communicator, is there a challenge when you lose several guys from the secondary for you as a leader communicator?
I don't think it's a challenge. I do it every play. But I think, when guys go out, it's more important for me to repeat myself and make sure that, I don't just say it once because, those guys they got a lot going on. They're trying to see the formation, see a lot of things. And so I've learned through the guys that have helped me is sometimes repeating, reminding them, and talking to them helps calm things down.
Along those lines, there are a number of guys filling in for other guys. I mean, the secondary in the second half, Marcus, O-line changes. Just what does it say about the team to, that guys step in and you're able to have a 41-point game and hold the defense?
I think we preach, next man up, and that's all across the board. We try to, have guys think the mindset of, like, even though you're not a starter, your moment can come at any given point. And so when you have a game like this, it feels like the guys are listening because you know that, you have to step in and you have to perform as well as the starter. And so, I think collectively as a group, we have stuff that we still need to clean up, but I think it was a positive step forward.
All right, thanks, Bobby.
Thank you, guys.
That was our captain linebacker, Bobby Wagner, the future Hall of Famer. Our score, 41-24 in the win over Las Vegas. Now, let's hear from our head coach, Dan Quinn.
All right, good to see everybody. After last game, we spoke about complementary football and where we missed some opportunities on that. We had a op at one at the end of the half, didn't get it. Had one to come out for the second half, didn't get it. This week, we did not miss on those chances, and that's really important to pass the baton to the next group, The long return resulted in a touchdown. Punt return obviously was for a touchdown, but getting a stop, getting a drive to get the long field goal at the half, that's when we're at our best. And we work hard at that spot. And when you miss the mark, it stings like we did before. But I wanted to make sure, we challenge ourselves to be aggressive and bold and take our chances when we could. That's who we are. And I thought the guys really delivered on that. This is a resilient group, so I wasn't surprised. But I was pleased to see us doing that, knowing that new faces, some different spots, but the attitude, the mindset of how we want to play ball, that would stay consistent. So all that said, let's get rocking with you guys.
How gratifying was it to have all three phases show up today when after a tough week?
Yeah, and special teams was right at the start of it again. And I thought they've got a knack, and we're gaining on it. Having Jaylen there on the punt return side, seeing Debo on the kick return side. I think what we saw maybe a week ago, Chick, was the covering side of punt, putting it down inside. And so we just missed some of those chances. And so when you can capitalize and win on field position, a long return, keeping them pinned back, those are winning football moments. And when you do it, the results, the story almost writes itself. And when you don't do it, you just keep putting yourself behind and you make it more difficult. So it was cool to see all guys leaning in on one another today.
And everybody who's come in here said that you provided the inspiration after what you went through. We could see it on your face right now. you go in and get treatment and come back out and talk to these guys. Just describe what took place for you.
Well, we made the kick and came in, and then we went out and started it again. But, we all had a good laugh about it for sure.
What did that feel like?
Yeah, probably like you'd expect, And, it's this kind of part like, don't want it to happen, but it was all good.
Did you end up getting stitches?
No, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay.
For Marcus, obviously you have a lot of confidence in what he's going to do, but to see him come out there and be that effective, what do you think?
Yeah, I was pleased, Ben. I knew we'd support him like crazy. You just knew it. This teammate, what he is. I thought it looked, very much quintessential Marcus. Aggressive, run pass stuff, to go, scrambling, being aggressive. He felt very much in control of it. I was pleased with the line in terms of the run game to go. But for him, I knew, okay, would he stay consistent and not have extra, things to go? And, man, he's just so steady. And I thought that's exactly where it was. I was super proud of him.
In terms of the resolve for your team, coming off that loss, all these injuries, to go out and perform like that and just, hey, this is a team we should probably beat at home, and you went and did that. What does that say about a team from, the perspective of, hey, this is what contenders do?
I think more than anything, Ben, is, when you have a loss that you don't like and you got to sit in it and, man, this game could not get here quick enough. But I wasn't surprised by their resilience either. We weren't happy, but, we're going to make the adjustments. What do we got to do to change it? And that's how we did it. And so I wasn't surprised about the energy that we would see coming out. It was awesome to see, that energy kind of take place right into the opening play, into the offense to go. And so I thought then defense, there was a turnover. They went back to 3 and out, no points on that. So that's really what I was most pleased on today, was seeing us live that football back and forth between all three phases.
When Jayden plays, he's almost always the focus of attention. In a game like this, when he's not playing, and you perform like this, does this speak to the strength of your roster and the organization?
I think it speaks to the entire team. We talk even some of the guys who played who didn't last week. There were maybe close to 7 players who played today or maybe played against Green Bay and didn't play tonight at tight end and receiver and running back and quarterback and some other spots. It does speak to the team. And when called upon, being able to deliver, I was super proud of Jeremy on the long, maybe 60 yards or something like that. You don't know who's going to be the one to take that step and make the one, but when you have consistent performers and they're ready to go, I think he's kind of the epitome of commander standard, does it right, follows through with it. So it was good to see that tonight.
Dan, I mean this seriously. Return to play is a big thing for this group.
Yes.
What was yours?
Just the doctors did come and evaluate me to make sure I was good and stop the bleeding and get going. So they had too many people around me. I said, go take care of the guys. But I was certainly thankful for them as well.
And how big was it for Gay to make that field goal at the half?
Yeah, I thought it was big, missing the other one to go. We've got confidence in DA, and you've heard us say that, but he does have to deliver on that and hit it. He's different between hitting it well and making it. And so making it, that was a big deal, provided energy to go. We knew we were starting the other way to the half. And so for the defense to get the stop, go, that's the back and forth. I was pleased to see us take the shot, Marcus get out of bounds, give us a chance at it. We were just off in those spaces last week. I felt like too much time at the end, long one, we missed it, they missed it. So being back in that groove was important. We work hard at that, and so I was glad to see us in those spaces be able to deliver.
Dan, why did you guys hit Brandon Coleman?
We really made, as competition, the biggest part of it. We made both spots at guard with Nick and Brandon. They're a big part of what we do, but that is the central theme of where we're at. And so we're still in the early days here to get going, and competition's part of who we are in all ways, in all shapes and sizes. So inside at guard, hey, we're going to go it a different way. That doesn't mean where we're at for, not making any statement or message. Trust me on that. This is what we're doing right today, and we'll keep digging, man. That's what competing is about, and you just keep battling to find it, and we'll continue to do that.
So that's ongoing. That's not like a one-game reset. It whoever continues to
That's correct.
win that competition is the guy.
Yep, both spots. Yep.
Wagner sits there and says everything that coach preaches to us was on display in that moment when he went down and got up. As a head coach, is that what you want your guys to see in you?
Yeah, he's one of a kind, man. Wags is. It's leading, it's performance, it's play, it's perspective, and so he really has such a good vibe on our team and who we are. His standards as a ball player, as a teammate, are so high. How would you not want to go fight for guys like him? And so, amongst others. So, we're honored and to coach him, man. He's one of a kind.
Last two, let's go Barry and Nicky.
Dan, what did you think of the defensive front, both in really stuffing the run and then getting after Geno?
Yeah, I thought we had to get the pressure on. This guy can absolutely rip the ball, so we knew that was going to be one of the factors. I think the running back's going to be a real player. He's got quickness. He can break tackles, and so going into it, you can see why he's as talented as he is. So coming in, we thought, D-line, man, let's make your move, make your space to go. Can we find ways to affect you? I thought, honestly, he got out of a few and showed the mobility to throw some third downs down the field. Those are hard ones, scrambling, going, completing it. But I've seen that movie before with him. Unfortunately, he's that type of competitor. So when he can get outside the pocket, he's kind of got the arm strength to just about put it anywhere. But I was pleased to see the group's effort, mindset to go for it.
You had a number of young players really step up with Jaylen,
Yep.
Bill,
Yep.
and Luke getting his first touch. What did that mean to you to see those guys really play
Yeah,
a big role?
I think it's proving, Nikki, that they're ready and they're wanting to establish that to their teammates. You can be counted on. I thought I can't remember the exact play, but there was a blitz pickup by Bill against a very effective blitzer. A tough matchup, tough one to go. Stood in, hit it just exactly, like you would draw it up to do it. That takes confidence to go and be there. Pass protection sometimes as a running back can be tricky and overloads and who's where. So that was demonstrated pass protection ability, which is a hard thing to do. And so, he'd be one in instance. And there's a number of guys, like you said, that are, making their space and trying. And it takes games like now, they get opportunities, and can you deliver when those moments come? Because it's one thing, that they're getting their chance, but then, man, you also got to deliver on it.
And then with Marcus, he had that fumble early. Kind of how did he bounce back from that, from what you saw there?
Yeah, I thought, honestly, stayed very level-headed. He stayed aggressive into it. So, yeah, I felt no flinch into that. I just felt like it was very quintessential him, a really clean game. He was just on it. And I expected that, but it's always nice to see it, to say, man, that's it. That's who he is. And so we see it in practice so often, especially against the defense. And so I'm never surprised when he plays well. All right, thanks, everybody. See you tomorrow.
That was your head coach, Dan Quinn. Y'all are getting all the presses today. This is how we celebrate a victory, 41-24 at the crib over the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, we got to go to break. When we come back, me and the fellas are going to be talking about our dominant defensive effort. All that and more on Command Center Postgame Live, presented by Nissan.
J.D. Power has ranked Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands. And to celebrate, you can now get in one of these award-winning SUVs with 0% APR for 60 months. The all-new turbocharged Nissan Murano, the rugged Nissan Pathfinder, and the best-selling Nissan Rogue. Visit Nissan today and drive away in an award-winning SUV. Get 0% APR for 60 months on select popular models.
Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Washington Commanders.
Never did. I'm just a little bitty girl, like a whole lot of kids, doing my own thing. Check me out, fella. Tell me what you think.
What would you like the power to do? Bank of America.
The best offense is a great defense. Get 100% verified tickets only from Ticketmaster. Seats available all season long, even last minute. Take it to the house every time. Ticketmaster, official marketplace of the NFL.
There are a lot of myths out there about how the Maryland Lottery works. Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing what's true and what's not. The facts are, all games have similar odds. You should never try to recover losses by taking more risks. And you shouldn't play the lottery when you're feeling stressed. But the biggest fact is, you should always play responsibly. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com, and please play responsibly.
At Northwest Stadium, we raise hail together, cheer together, and trust in our team together. Northwest is proud to support the Commanders. And as your hometown credit union, your goals are our #1 priority. We're your friends, neighbors, and fellow fans. And your financial success is our passion. Become a member today and let us help you build your next dynasty. Northwest Federal Credit Union, where trust matters.
You're watching Command Center Postgame Live from Northwest Stadium.
Welcome back to the Command Center Postgame Live presented by Nissan. Your final score, 41-24. Now, they call Von Miller the Raider Killer, so it was no surprise that he got his first sack in the burgundy and gold today. Now, our guy, the legend, Logan Paulson, is standing by with my guy, Von Miller, to talk about his big game. Take it away, Lo.
Von Miller, obviously, great performance today by you. First sack as a Commander. Can you walk us through it?
Yeah, just continue to do what we do, man. Same stuff we do in practice, we try to do out here, man, and it feels good to have success.
That's great, man. One of the things I loved about today's game was how physically violent you guys were as a team. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, that's at the top of our priority list no matter what game that we playing. You know, it comes from top down, from DQ,
You know, you see him with the bloody nose still out there.
I was going to say, can you walk me through that? Were you guys worried about him at all?
Yeah, man, I didn't say it. I wasn't worried about it. I knew it was going to be all right, man. But, yeah, the toughness comes from, you know, top down.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
That was Von Miller with our guy Logan Paulson. Now let's take a look at our defensive numbers. 8 tackles for losses, 5 sacks. Our guys got it done in a myriad of ways. 8 QB hits. Fellas, we talked about seeing more from our defense, especially those guys in the trenches. So let's start there. We saw Von Miller there. I mentioned it before. They call him the Raider Killer. He posted right before the game all his sacks against the Raiders when he played for the Broncos. He got to see them twice a year. How great was it to see Von Miller kind of come out today and show why we signed him, B?
That's kind of a great way of just showing that swag, right?
It is.
Y'all see what I do to y'all. Then you come out, you do one. Listen, man, Von said he can wake up and brush the passer.
Yeah.
I think he missed one earlier. He got that one there. When you're playing the limited amount of time he's playing, you still can affect the game. It shows you listen, people. Let's get over the old people talk. Guys know how to play. Experienced guys can play. Yeah. Young guys learn from the experienced guys. When they're young, they don't play like they do as they get older. And when you got great talent like he does, you go out there and you affect the game in a limited amount of time. Great job there, Vaughn.
One of the things I want to speak on the old folks talk, because I hear it so much, and it seems like everybody just take it and just run with it.
Yeah.
It's easy.
When I got to the Jets, my team was old. And guess what? We saw more playoff runs than I did ever here in 10 years when I was there for 4 years. So when you have those veterans in the locker room, it helps mold and shape the guys like myself. So I would love to do this thing all over again and be able to say that I had guys like a Von Miller, like a Bobby Wagner in the locker with me. But just to get back to a guy like Von, I mean, I'm happy for him just to be able to come out here and be a part of what those guys did today, because up front is what we want to see. We want to see those guys cause havoc and wreck shop. We didn't see Payne get any sacks, but Payne had so many different pressures too, man.
Yes.
So hats off to those guys up front today.
Geno Smith was touched today, 5 sacks on that boy Geno. And a big part of that, fellas, was my guy Dorrance Armstrong. Now, we're calling it the next man up effect. When the guys come on next man up, they decide to ball out. And Dorrance Armstrong did just that, getting a sack today. Now, fellas, I talked to Dorrance Armstrong, and he mentioned it. We talked about this little McNichols. All I need is an opportunity. Yeah. All I need is an opportunity to get out there and show this. And that's what Von Miller needed. That's what Bobby Wagner needed. You see these guys, these veteran guys, come here and get this opportunity. Today is one of those days where you say this is where our defense truly comes together.
They came through. You know, the pressure was going up the middle and also coming off the edges. And when Geno couldn't step up, you allow that guy to fall back under and make that sack. Listen to me, man. We always talk. I talked earlier about Geno making him hold the ball or rush it. They did both of those things today. They were able to get him down. 5 sacks.
Yeah.
8 quarterback hits is not bad.
At all.
That's damn good.
And missed about 4 or 5.
Yes.
I think that's something we could talk about, too, is we had a few more penalties we want. We left a few things on the table. This could have been a much uglier game. But, fellas, a win is a win. And y'all mentioned Daron Payne. He finished the game with 6 sacks and a tackle for loss. And he's the luckiest guy in the world because he's on the sideline right now with our guy Logan Paulson.
LP.
Daron, what an impressive victory today. The defense really stood up, especially in the first half. Talk about what that means to play Commanders football today. Violence. Like when you see a captain, you get to talk to the team. I told the team the word of the day is violence. And I just wanted everybody to go out there and play violent and be physical. And I feel like we did that today. You could definitely. I sit here on the sideline, and every hit I'm like flinching, man. To give me flashbacks when I played. Talk about your performance today, man. I just felt like you brought it to a different level. Great leadership by you on and off the field. Yeah, man. Just trying to bring that violence. I feel like we kind of got punched in the mouth last week, and we want to be the guys that punch people in the mouth and set the tone. So this was just like a set the tone type of game. It definitely felt that way. Congratulations, brother. Thank you.
That was Logan Paulson and Daron Payne. Our final score of this game, 41-24 at home. We get a Week 3 win over the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, we got to go to break, but stick with us. When we come back, Logan is kicking it with Bobby Wagner right now, and you'll want to hear what the future Hall of Famer has to say. All that and more right after this break on Command Center Postgame Live, presented by Nissan.
JD Power has ranked Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands. And to celebrate, you can now get in one of these award-winning SUVs with 0% APR for 60 months. The all-new turbocharged Nissan Murano, the rugged Nissan Pathfinder, and the best-selling Nissan Rogue. Visit Nissan today and drive away in an award-winning SUV. Get 0% APR for 60 months on select popular models.
Get to Nissan, proud partner of the Washington Commanders.
Everyone say that I am too young to do my own thing, but I know they're wrong. You see, Mama not worried and Papa never did. I'm just a little bitty girl like a whole lot of kids doing my own thing. Check me out, fella. Tell me what you think.
What would you like the power to do? Bank of America.
The best offense is a great defense. Get 100% verified tickets only from Ticketmaster. Seats available all season long, even last minute. Take it to the house every time. Ticketmaster, official marketplace of the NFL.
There are a lot of myths out there about how the Maryland Lottery works. Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing what's true and what's not. The facts are, all games have similar odds. You should never try to recover losses by taking more risks. And you shouldn't play the lottery when you're feeling stressed. But the biggest fact is, you should always play responsibly. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com, and please play responsibly.
At Northwest Stadium, we raise hail together, cheer together, and trust in our team together. Northwest is proud to support the Commanders. And as your hometown credit union, your goals are our #1 priority. We're your friends, neighbors, and fellow fans. And your financial success is our passion. Become a member today and let us help you build your next dynasty. Northwest Federal Credit Union, where trust matters.
You're watching Command Center Postgame Live from Northwest Stadium.
Nissan, you are watching the future Hall of Famer Bobby Wagner getting it done. 11 total tackles, 6 solo tackles, 2 sacks, and 2 tackles for loss. He's standing by right now with our guy LP, Logan Paulson.
Bobby Wagner, what a day for the defense today, especially in the first half. I just felt you guys brought a level of physicality that was unexpected.
Yeah, we just wanted to come back and, we had a game that we weren't happy with last week, and we want to be better.
So how do you get the guys to play that way? I mean, is that talking about in the week? Is that the practice? Like, what were the steps to get you guys there?
I think it's just understanding what we're doing, correcting our mistakes, and being honest and accountable with each other.
And what's your role? What's your role in that? Like, I know you're a team leader, but how do you make sure that everyone's being honest and accountable?
I hold myself accountable, and then hopefully it trickle down, and I think we all just work together. But I'm just an extension of the coaches, and so I try to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Dude, it was awesome to watch today. Thanks so much. Yep.
That was Logan Paulson and Bobby Wagner. Your final score, I can't say it enough. 41-24, the Commanders get the win over the Las Vegas Raiders. Now we got to go to break. When we come back, we'll be talking about the road ahead because we hitting the road, fellas. We'll be right back with more of Command Center Postgame Live, presented by Nissan.
Almost heaven, West Virginia.
Come to West Virginia and open the door to more this fall. More color. More connection.
Life is older than
More freedom to explore.
younger than the mountains.
Less doing. More being.
Take me home.
Find your almost heaven at wvtourism.com.
Commanders fans, this is for you. Level up with the brand new AAA Commanders MVP membership. You'll receive all the benefits of AAA, such as 24/7 roadside assistance, plus chances to win game tickets, access to exclusive team events and experiences, along with 15% off Commanders gear at the online pro shop. Already a AAA member? Add the Commanders MVP membership for free. Head to AAA.com/Commanders to upgrade or join the squad and put your fandom in drive.
You're watching Command Center Postgame Live, presented by Nissan. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
It's time for the road ahead, presented by Nissan. At Nissan, we make the cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. And fellas, we talk about the road ahead. It's crazy. They put a graphic here on the screen. We won't be back here until October. That's why we are going to be on the road taking on Atlanta for week 4. Then week 5, we're back on the road in LA. Then we're finally back at the crib for some Monday Night Football against the Bears. And you know what our Commanders do at the crib against the Bears. Magic happens right here. Fellas, when you look at this slate right here, back-to-back road games as our guys try to get healthy because we still have some guys banged up. What are you looking for when we take on the Atlanta Falcons?
I'm looking for the D-line and O-line to be dominant as they were today. If they go out there and play, we have the guys at skill positions to be able to get the job done. So the big guys lead the way.
I think one of the things that stands out to me is just now we're getting to be more of ourselves. This is another game under our belt. And now you can say this is week 4. So the first time we back on the road will be week 4. Those guys will be just that much better.
Just that much better, fellas. A major win, 41-24 at the crib over the Las Vegas Raiders. Fellas, we have had a great show here. We will be back on the road. Make sure, of course, you tune into the Commanders YouTube because we will be on the road pregame behind enemy lines out in Atlanta when we take on the Falcons. For Mr. 8-9 Santana Moss, for future Hall of Famer Brian Mitchell, for the hat, I am Brian Colbert Jr. This is Command Center Postgame Live presented by Nissan. We out.